Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I posted a video, so I thought I'd better get my finger out. Last time you seen me washing the Mini was 3 months ago, where I gave it a full polish, put a 6-month wax on it and gave the wheels a ceramic coating, as well as giving all the trims a ceramic coating to try and restore the fadedness that they have on them. In today's video I'm going to be revisiting the Mini 3 months on. It has not been washed since, it is a daily driver. And for the last 3 months it's just been accruing all types of winter road grime, road salt, all that fun stuff. So let's kick it off with getting stuck into the wheels. Normally with a ceramic coating you want to wash your car still as regularly as you can. In this instance, with it being 3 months, there is quite a lot of road grime on these wheels. So I'm going to see just how well the Garage Therapy Hades ceramic wheel coating is held up on them. Normally a wheel coating makes your wheels really easy to wash, so I'm not going in too aggressively here. I'm using an all-purpose cleaner diluted at 1 to 10, and then I'm using a wheel shampoo through the MJJC foam cannon, and then just using my regular wheel cleaning brushes to get it nice and clean. And it'll be interesting to see how that water behaviour's looking once we're all finished up here. And before any of you start about the centre caps for the wheels, I have got them, they're prepared, they're ready for paint. I just need the temperature to pick up a little bit so that I can get them colour matched to the wheels, and then they'll be going on. So hopefully by the time we do another video on the Mini, it'll have wheels with a nice full set of centre caps on them. At the moment I'm just finishing up with the wheel wash mitt. These wheels are so easy to clean, there's plenty of space around about them, they're small wheels as well, nice and easy to get in behind the spokes. What I'm using there is the microfibre wheel wash mitt. Normally I would do the tyres first, but in this instance, just hold my hands up, totally forgot to do them before I dived into getting the wheel clean, so just making sure to sweep them up at the end there. And as you can see, the foam is quite white, so they can't be all that dirty, which means that the Garage Therapy tyre serum is probably doing a good job at repelling all that dirt. It's then going to be a case of just getting the wheels all rinsed off, and once we're finished rinsing them off, we'll be able to see if there's any evidence of that ceramic coating left on the wheels. And if you've got some good eyes, you'll be able to see that that water is just flowing off of those gloss black wheels, and the wheels are looking excellent, which means that there's not going to be any requirement to top up the wheels with any spray on rinse off type products that I would normally do. And then just looking at the water behaviour on this close up, I think we can safely say that that's a tick for the Garage Therapy Hades wheel coating. Now that the wheels are finished and I'm suitably happy that they are back to their best, it's time to get on with the body. For the body it's going to be a pre-wash and then a snow foam. For a pre-wash I'm actually using a snow foam. This is Bilt Hamber's Auto Foam. If you watched my last video, you'll see that I was suitably impressed how using this product through a pump sprayer actually got such a great job done and saved on so much product by not using it through a snow foam lens. In this instance I'm only using 100ml of product to top up to 1 litre of total solution, which is more than enough to get around this car and give it a real good soaking, instead of using the usual 300-400ml to get a 4% PIR. I'm getting a higher PIR and I'm not using as much product this way. After a good 4 or 5 minutes worth of dwell time on the pre-wash, I can then layer some snow foam over the top of it to give it a little bit of extra dwell time, giving it more chance to break down as much of that dirt and contamination as possible. Now for a little bit of background on the wax that was used on this car, it was the Pyramid ODK Collaboration Ceramic Wax. If you don't know the one that I'm talking about, it's the one that smells absolutely phenomenal. I've still got about half a pot of it left, so this is a kind of true test to see where it's at. Bear in mind, I've not washed this car in 3 months, so I would expect some degradation of the wax itself, but as we can see from rinsing this product off, the combination of the Bilt Hamber Auto Foam through the pump sprayer and the blue Prism snow foam from Autoglans is doing a good job. as we'll start to see that water repellency come back to the paintwork in the next few clips. One thing to also note, another part of the protection was using the Garage Therapy Hades wheel coating on all the plastic trims. Now the purpose of this wasn't to get insane water behaviour, water repellency, or to even protect the trims. The purpose of using this product on the trims was to try and give some sort of restoration to them. So we'll have a look at them once we're finished getting all this rinsed off and do a contact wash, and we can see how well the ceramic wax and the ceramic coating on the trims has held up. As I did make my way around the car, there was some areas of the car that did look as if they'd taken a bit more of a bashing from the weather and obviously all the road salts and stuff like that. For example, the front bumper, the rear bumper and the bonnet wasn't displaying as crazy hydrophobics as what you might expect for a wax that would claim 6 months durability. However, you have to bear in mind that's a little bit on me as well, because I've not really had the time to maintain this throughout the winter, mainly because the weather's been so bad, especially over the last month where it's been really cold. You can see that my driveway is on a slope, so I can't really wash the car when it's very low temperatures, because all that water that runs down onto the pavement and down onto the road ends up freezing and causing just a great big slipping and hazard for anybody that's walking by. So once I've got all that foam and pre-wash rinsed off, it is time to crack on with a contact wash. I like to wash from the top down. I'm using a combination of 2 wash mitts for this wash, one that's going to get the top half of the car and one that's going to get the bottom half of the car. The shampoo that I'm using is the Garage Therapy 1 car shampoo. It is a pH neutral version, which means that it's not going to leave behind any waxes or any kind of LSP on the paint, which would maybe give you a false impression that your wax is performing slightly better than it might be. When it comes to rinsing the car off with the shampoo, you may have noticed that when I'm doing my pre-wash I like to rinse from the bottom up, mainly because it gives a good visual indicator and a guide as to where I've already rinsed and where I haven't rinsed. And then when it comes to the shampoo, I like to rinse from the top down, because at the end of the day with shampoo, the goal is just to get it all off the vehicle. As I'm going round the car and rinsing off, I am noticing that a lot of the hydrophobic behaviour from the wax and the ceramic coatings has started to come back, just as I do a bit of a look there. But we'll go in for a closer look in just a moment. Now, I did mention that following the pre-wash, some areas in the car didn't look as hydrophobic as I would have expected. So once I'm finished rinsing, I'm going to get a little topper out and I'm just going to go around all of the paintwork and top that all up to see me through the next month or so. Before I do that, I'm just going for a quick close look on the bonnet just to see what I'm talking about. You can see that the wax is definitely still there, it's still working, but a little bit slow. I did also mention that we've got the ceramic coating on the trims, and this is again 3 months down the line, and you can see just how well that's holding up and how much those faded trims are looking still like nice new trims. So very happy with that. Once again, that's the Garage Therapy Hades wheel coating on the plastic trims. When it comes to topping up the LSP, for me, you know there's only one product when it's in the winter time, and that's going to be a spray on rinse off. So I just get the bonnet or any area that you want to top up nice and wet, and then I'm using the Bilt ceramic quick detailer, which can also be used in the traditional sense on a dry car where you apply it, buff over and then remove it. However, in the winter I don't like doing that, it's too cold and I want to just get back in the house. So a quick spray on, allow it to dwell for about 10 to 15 seconds and then rinse off again. Doing that's going to get you some nice hydrophobic behaviour. When the car's nice and dry, it does apply a nice level of gloss to the car. And in my past experience, it gives you about an extra 3 to 4 weeks worth of protection, so it'll keep that wax nice and topped up. As I finish off just going round the rest of the car and then getting it dried off, I'd just like to take this opportunity to say thanks for watching. I'm sorry that the video is a little bit sparse at the moment. I am trying to find some better weather and some other place to record some videos. In the meantime, stick with it. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.